On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, please join me in welcoming New Bedford Mayor Jon Mitchell to deliver his fourth State of the City address.
Over the last year, we embraced our city's rich heritage. We showed that New Bedford is serious about historic preservation when we became one of the few cities in Massachusetts to pass the Community Preservation Act. We threw the best and most reverent Veterans Parades the city has seen in a generation. We celebrated the 100th Feast of the Blessed Sacrament together, the best ethnic festival in America. And when the Charles W. Morgan made her homecoming to our shores last summer, drawing the largest crowd of tourists to downtown in decades, New Bedford put on a welcoming party that made our residents swell with pride for our glorious past and showed America that New Bedford is back on its way up. These and too many other successes to list are all very real results. They are real wins, and they didn't happen by luck. They happened because we rejected the fatalism that says that because New Bedford, like other older industrial cities, had experienced persistent decline over many decades, that decline somehow is inevitable, that it's all preordained. No, we believed in better, and we worked for it, and we continue to work for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that our work is done or that our challenges have all been wiped away. There's still too many people out of work and too many absentee landlords wreaking havoc in our neighborhoods, making them all less safe. We still have a ways to go in our schools, and our finances are as tight as ever. But in the last 3 years, we've proven that we have the right approach. Our way is not to sit back. It is not to passively hope for the best. We haven't waited for others to do something for us. We have initiated the action. We have stood up for ourselves. We have chosen to be the authors of our own story. It is a story of how a mid-sized American city pursued a vision of itself and was willing to make the tough, long-term decisions to realize that vision. It is a vision of a city that is the commercial and cultural hub of southeastern Massachusetts, a city that is taken seriously beyond the region, a city with a diverse economy that creates high-paying jobs for its residents to build homes and send their kids to college, a city whose schools are a primary reason why families move into the city, a city with a highly professional, caring, and efficient city government that commands the confidence of taxpayers, a city in which personal safety is only an afterthought, and where all city residents take responsibility for their neighbors and their neighborhoods. The completion of the New Bedford Marine Commerce Terminal in the months ahead will offer more opportunities for cargo vessels and other maritime jobs. With the expansion of the Panama Canal in the coming years and the establishment of large cargo hubs on the East Coast, there will be opportunities for ports of our size to serve as redistribution spokes for those hubs. The new terminal sets us up very well for that business and gives us yet another opportunity to create jobs in the port. The terminal will also help us become the premier offshore wind port in the Northeast. Windmills may not appear in our harbor as quickly as we would have liked, but the opportunity to become the center of the offshore wind industry in the United States remains well within our reach, and we must be ready for it. Consider this. Off the coast of Northern Europe, there are now some 65 utility-scale wind farms that are lighting homes from Germany to Great Britain. With some of the best winds on the planet just south of Martha's Vineyard, not too far from here, and with a growing demand for electricity in the Northeast, it's just a matter of time before those European developers come to the United States and come to this part of the United States. We might not see Cape Wind, but just around the corner is the Deepwater Wind project off of Block Island. Major European players in the industry are also staking their claim to the federal waters off of Martha's Vineyard right now. They are coming, and they will find a very reliable partner in the city of New Bedford. Having fought for and secured an agreement on New Bedford's terms, my job now is to support KG Urban's effort to secure a license from the Massachusetts Gaming Commission. If KG is successful, my job will be to help this development fit into our community's future. What's important for us to think about, even now, it's still a long way to go, well before any license is issued, is that while this project represents a unique opportunity for the city, we should not regard the project as the goose that laid the golden egg. We have been disciplined in how we spend the public's money. That's why we've been able to do more with less in recent years and achieve the highest bond rating in the city's history. The annual payments from the casino should not be viewed as an opportunity to loosen up the purse strings and to start spending like drunken sailors. This money needs to be reinvested wisely to further our existing economic development agenda and stabilize the city's long-term finances. The priorities are all spelled out explicitly. These priorities are all spelled out in the host community agreement because we insisted on it. We have to set now a set of expectations around how money would be spent by this casino if we're lucky enough to get that license. In this vein, the casino should not be seen as an end in itself, but as another means to create opportunities for our residents. Despite all the reasons that others have come to doubt New Bedford, it has remained a place where people have come to find work, whether it be on the water or in a factory or somewhere else, in the hope of giving themselves and their children a chance to reach and maybe even exceed their dreams. What gets me out of bed in the morning is the knowledge that it is possible, through the work of the administration I lead, to help open up opportunities for our residents. Everyone should get a chance. It is this ideal that motivates me to expand opportunities through economic development work. It is why I've encouraged local hiring throughout my tenure and fought for the strongest possible local hiring requirements in the host community agreement with KG Urban. And that is why today I am proud to announce a set of principles for public and private investment in the city called New Bedford Works. These principles will be rolled out in the weeks ahead, but the basic idea is a set of mutual commitments by the city and anyone wishing to invest here concerning the hiring of city residents and contracting with city businesses. The expectation is simple and reasonable. If you are doing business in New Bedford, you should give our people and our businesses a chance to compete. Strong cities have strong neighborhoods, and neighborhoods remain strong when residents and City Hall work together to support a quality of life that allows children to play outside and dogs to be walked and homeowners to sit on the porch on a warm summer's night. Vibrant neighborhoods draw residents out of their homes to comfortably spend time with their neighbors in a way that strengthens the bonds, those bonds with their neighbors and makes for stronger communities. While most of our neighborhoods fit this ideal, and not all of them do, although the city has been successful in keeping the lid on gun violence and crime overall is down 2%, I believe there is more work to be done. We will continue to hire new police officers and upgrade police equipment and vehicles. We will continue to refine our analysis of crime data in ways that will enable us to anticipate trouble and put police in positions to deal with it ahead of time. We will continue to address the blight that attracts criminal behavior. We will continue to erase graffiti across the city and clean up vacant lots. Our neighborhood task force will continue its aggressive enforcement of the building and sanitary code in our house so that our housing stock can be safer and neater and our neighborhoods look better. We all love New Bedford, but love requires action. If we care about education, if you care about education, find a way to help a student, even tutor a student. If you care about the look of the city, volunteer for Operation Clean Sweep or a garden club, or just pick up trash when you have a free moment. If you want to advance important civic goals, serve on a board or simply speak out about them. Engage with the community. There are many ways to serve, but what matters most is that we extend ourselves just a little bit, each one of us. Our bonds of friendship and our community, between ourselves and our community will cement themselves. We will become a stronger people. We will be able to achieve all of our goals. And together, we will leave the great city of New Bedford a better place. Thank you, and God bless the city of New Bedford.